It was, first of all, they couldn't block Tennessee in the run game with Simmons and really the linebackers. And Tennessee was playing a ton of zone, and they were going to force Patrick to be patient. So why continue to try to run the football when you can't? And then Patrick had a really good feel, at least 9 out of 10 snaps, what the defense was trying to do and getting the ball out of his hands. The reality is this. The way that game played last night, Tennessee was in that mindset, which is old school New England, of we're going to force you to be crazy, crazy patient. We're going to make you see a lot of different things because we know every quarterback and every quarterback that plays against it, they're going to make that crucial mistake. And Patrick did the opposite. He made the crucial plays. The scrambles, the third down to Kelsey when he's falling down, the fall down throw to Noah Gray. So that's the Chiefs had 500 yards of offense, and Patrick had 485 of them. He's their best player. Continue to put the ball into your best player's hands because that matchup was so difficult. They're not asking too much of him.
This dude is different, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can say what you want.
Yeah, bad dude, man.
This dude is different, and there is no way you could say they're asking too much of him. This is what it takes, and I enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Josh Allen run the football.
Yeah.
Such a man when he runs the football. I enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run the football. I mean, just dazzle my eyes the way he runs the football. And Justin Fields, I'm going to be talking about Justin Fields later. And I'm going to let y'all know right now that Patrick Mahomes is not on my playmakers, but he should be, but he won't be. But that's okay, because he's God. He's God. Hey, if you go put him on there every week. That's why. But man, this dude here, and I watched this, I said, this dude here is just different. It's different. I was watching also, as I watch both of these games, as I watch the Jets and the Bills and this game right here, I was just wanted to come back to you and tell you that, Dan, all of y'all talked about explosive being better than physical. I watched two physical teams take an explosive team, even though the Chiefs won that game in the end.
Tennessee and the Jets.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back to you on the Pollard and Zeke thing. When I told you we want to be physical, not so explosive. I'm just telling you to put that in your hat right there. But this dude, we're not asking too much of him. This is what Patrick Mahomes does, and this is what makes him the greatest quarterback in the NFL. Now, I'm joking, but I do, when I see him playing, I said, boy, that's God playing. And everybody, ain't nobody, is only one, and it's only played like, he's only in Kansas City. This the baddest dude. The way he moves around, the way he runs, the design, those decided, like he was past the line of scrimmage, and he's still not fully sprinting. He's still reading runs, and then he takes off. It's incredible. No, they're not asking too much of him. He's the greatest. I believe he's going to be the greatest to ever play the position. He may not be the most accomplished. He may not win the most Super Bowls. But this physical talent is the greatest to ever play the position. No way they're not asking too much of him. He can do anything.
Mr. Toupee, I don't understand what the hell you just said. I got to admit it. I don't understand it. First of all, you said that. First of all, you went through like a 60-second portion of that where I didn't understand what the hell you were talking about. I didn't know what you were speaking. It didn't sound like English. That's number one. I didn't know. That's number one. Number two, you sat up there. You sat up there and you said he's God. Okay, that's what you said. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Who's undefeated? Last time I checked. It's been 2 years since Patrick Mahomes has been the Super Bowl champion. Okay, that's number two.
Dude,
number three, then you cut back from that and said he might not be the greatest of all time yet, but he might end up being that way. So that just debunked everything that you said previously, okay? Last but not least, here's the thing, fellas. Let's stop it. Listen, here's the deal, fellas. Really, guys? You gonna tell me that it's cool to throw the ball 68 times? Yeah. Really? Yes, that's what we're doing now. 68 times. You Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Hold on. Clyde Edwards-Helaire ran the ball 4 times. Come on, y'all. I mean, Dan Orlovsky, I'm watching now. I'm watching. You're exceptional. I might get on you when you're on first take because I got to beat you down. But you're big time, baby. I mean, NFL Live, I love it. I love when I see you doing the clip, you're doing the screen, the clips and stuff like that. On Sports
Man, what
Center,
are you saying? I want to hear what you're saying.
Upgraded, where you can actually touch the screen instead of using your iPad. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just being picky, okay? And I love you calling games with us. Playmaker, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Hall of Famer. even you would say, I mean, Can we run the ball sometimes? That's what you would say. I mean, damn, 68 times throwing the football, and y'all gonna act like that's cool? Come on, y'all. That is asking too much. Come on now. I mean, I understand 48, 50 times. 68 times?
You got to get back in
68 times?
How do you see that's asking too much if that's what's required? And first of all,
that was a great diatribe.
And first of all, let me tell you, every time we ask this question, I want to denounce it. Because there's no such thing as asking somebody the question, are we asking too much of a player that's in the middle of a game that at that time has to do whatever he can to win the game. He's not worried about his snap counts or anything else. Throws, he got to do whatever he can. So are we asking too much of him? It's a crazy question to ask in the first place. But if I got to put brain equity on it, I do that before the show.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.